and welcome to another week's episode of Fun with Whole Foods. This week, as I promised I would a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to show you how I do roasted Mediterranean vegetables. So to start with, fry a brownie pan, roasting tin, anything like that. And I don't like my vegetables to be too oily, so I use my extra virgin olive oil spray. Just to control how much fat's in there. If you like your veg a bit oilier, just drizzle oil all over, it's fine. So I'm going to start off with a red onion. Now this will make enough for 1 to 2 people, depending on whether you're serving this as a side or if you're serving this as the main carb, because I get most of my carbs from vegetables. So we're going to top and tail, then we're going to just into quarters, and then we're going to help it to fall apart in the tray. The great thing with doing your own mixes at home is that you can choose what goes in them and leave out the bits you don't like. So for instance, I'm not an aubergine fan, so I'm not going to put any aubergine in. This is a fab side dish to pre-cook and take with you. If you have it in a foil tray, you can just chuck it on top of a barbecue to reheat. So our next vegetable is half a courgette. And I know in the shops they come with slices, but I don't like slices. So I'm going to chop it into roughly 1 centimetre thick bits, and then I'm going to chop them into 4. So we just get little mini chunks. Don't ask me why I prefer chunks, I just do. But again, the other fun thing with doing your own mix at home, that onion is making me cry, is that you can prepare it however you like. So if you prefer slices, you can do slices. If you like chunks, you can do chunks. Next, a bell pepper. I'm using a red one today, but use whatever colour you like. And again, I just sort of roughly chop it into chunks and chuck it into the pan. Do a whole pepper, because I love peppers. Pepper is probably my favourite vegetable in here, that or the red onion. But yeah, this med veg goes with anything as a side. It's fantastic in the summer, especially if you're growing any of this stuff in your own garden. It's a fantastic way of using stuff up. And when you have a surplus, you can partially cook it for maybe half the cooking time, and then you can portion it off and freeze it ready to be fully cooked at a later date. You know, just if you've got tired of all these yummy vegetables, I'm going to chuck the pepper in. Then sometimes I use tomatoes, sometimes I don't, but I've got some in at the moment. So 1 handful. These are baby plum tomatoes, which are my favourite type of tomato actually. Chop them in half, leave them whole. If you leave them whole, do be sure to pierce the skin, otherwise you're going to have exploding tomatoes. But you know, it sounds very fun, but it creates a lot of mess to clean up. So you can, once you're done, just spray with oil and pop them straight in, or you can add some little flavourings. So I'm going to spray the top with oil. Of course, I'm not drizzling, coating everything lots and lots of oil. And today I'm going to use a handful, that's completely the wrong word, a pinch of mixed herbs, or you could use an Italian herb blend. And I don't want to to add salt, so I'm going to use some dried garlic granules just on top as well. And that's just going to give an extra little punch of flavour. Now, you want your oven on gas mark 6. Pop them in the oven for, in total, about 40 minutes. Check on it every 15-20 minutes. And then when they're done, they'll be nice and charred. Juices inside a bit. And that is lovely. That is my ideal side dish for anything. Chicken, burgers, fish. I can't think of anything that I can chuck veg with and be happy. So that is your little tutorial for me on how to do your own home roasted Mediterranean veg mix. See you next week, guys.